Hello.
Hello. We have just done our second training day
Training day number 2.
with CMC Academy. You have to ignore the beep and our fire alarm needs the battery changing, which we will do because it's very important.
Yeah.
Anyway, what did we learn at training day number 1, Jonathan Smith?
On training day number 1, we went through the skeletal system or the
skeletal system.
Either way,
Bones.
spelled the same, bones. Which we were pretty hot on. 46 out of 47.
Both of us. Yep.
Yeah. Pretty.
Yes.
And we did the nervous system, which was good as well. Because I think we were both a bit shaky on that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think we were alright actually, but we thought we were a bit shaky on it.
Yeah, and we went sort of more in detail, which is good. And it was, really, it kind of clarified everything that we'd looked at ourselves, and having sort of Craig go through it and test us was a really good way to sort of know where we were at.
Yeah, and we were training with 2 other guys, so it was really helpful to see where other people were up to. One guy was literally Adam. It was his first day, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was his first day, and the other guy was about to take his exam.
Yeah. So it was nice. We were in the middle. We were kind of in the middle. And it was really helpful to chat to Craig. It was helpful to be put on the spot. It was helpful to just kind of do a few quizzes, to chat to other people.
Yeah, and how to go about remembering things. So, whichever sort of way you do it, because he said, you can, when you're presented with the exam, if they're saying what the movements you can do on each of the joints, you can get up in the exam, and he said just move your joint and then figure out what that movement is. Write it down.
Yeah, and it's all about the different ways that people learn. I think I'm quite visual. Like I can memorise something, and probably from years of memorising scripts, but close my eyes and kind of picture. Whereas someone else might be better actually writing things down and drawing diagrams and physically doing it that way. So it was good. It was a good way of seeing where we were up to, which was further than I think we both thought.
Yeah, I think we were both a bit sort of anxious about not being good enough, but it was fine.
But it's all fine and really, really good. And then we've just had our second training day today. So the first one was about a week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's 2
and
weeks.
Our second one was today, and that was with a different instructor, Ben, who was brilliant. A really informative, different way of teaching, just kind of asked us what we wanted to go over, where we felt we needed a little bit more guidance.
So we went over muscles and muscle structure and how muscles work, which was really interesting.
Really interesting. Really, really helpful.
Yeah.
And also we went over
the CV, cardiovascular system.
Yes, and respiratory and all of that, which again was really, really good.
Blood, which we both kind of
went a bit squeamish at.
Yeah.
A bit squeamish of blood.
Terrible.
Veins. And also in our first training session, which we've not had a chance to do today, but the first training session we did our first practical bit of training, which meant getting in the gym. I had to do a little program for John and vice versa, and we had to take each other around the gym and explain how the equipment worked.
Yeah, as if like we had never been in a gym before. So say, this is a treadmill and this is how it works, and just starting off at that sort of really basic stuff.
It was good, wasn't it?
Kind of have to.
And again, then we went into a studio and worked in pairs, and were really put on the spot with, how to describe an exercise and how to correct an exercise. And
like it put on the spot, being asked to describe how to do a press up is actually not as easy as it sounds.
No, or I got burpees. I had to describe how to do burpees. And these things, it just makes you think, and it's good because it's different ways of learning. So I think since last time we were kind of chatting, we've really both progressed. We're definitely ready, I think, for our first exam, which is in 2 weeks' time, which is both written exam and practical assessment. So we've got that in 2 weeks. And then from there we'll step up to our level 3, hopefully if we both pass, our level 3 training, which is actually the personal training, whereas at the moment what we're doing is the gym instructor.
The fitness instructor.
Yeah. Which is like the foundation level, which you have to do and you have to pass first, which completely makes sense.
Go on to nutrition and methods of training and all sorts, but we're still on 2.
Yeah, still on 2 at the moment.
We're gonna get there.
And we also discovered today that there's a level 4 which you can step up to, which sounds really interesting, and you can then focus on like a specific group or a section of personal training, whether it be like
specific problems like obesity or back problems, and
sounds really good. We're both really interested in that. So it's nice to know that once we've done level 3, which hopefully will be by the beginning of next year or early next year,
if we're still hungry,
we can do more. Or if we want to specify in a certain area, we can do more.
Which is really exciting.
Yeah, and I think it's made us both. But we've been really good recently, haven't we? We've been going to the gym a lot. Which is good, because now when you're working at the gym, like one of the other guys was saying today, it is good because you do actually, you find yourself thinking a lot more about what you're doing and what muscles you're working, and if your technique is right, and also you catch yourself seeing other people working in the gym and thinking, oh, they're not doing that quite right, or how they could improve their training. So I think already we're getting in the mindset of being personal trainers.
A lot of people just go to the gym without having any knowledge of what to actually do. So without that basic knowledge, you can spend 5 years at a gym and not make any progress without knowing what you're actually doing physically and sort of chemically with, what you're eating, exactly what you're doing. You can fall down pretty quick.
And I think that's what's so exciting about this becoming a personal trainer, is that you can work in with people individually. Everyone's got a different scenario and a different lifestyle and commitments, but you can really work with that person and teach them and see results. And like you say, someone might have been training for 5 years, 4 days a week at the gym, and not really got where they want to be or seen the results they want, whereas as a PT you could turn that around in months, like 5 months time. That person can be where they want to be just by actually focusing on what they should be doing and where they've been going wrong, and our knowledge will help us do that. So it's really exciting, isn't it?
It is.
We bought a NutriBullet as well. It's changed our lives.
Game changer.
It's amazing.
3-4 times a day.
But it's so good. Like, we're not even just saying that.
Put lamb chops in there.
We've not put lamb chops in there. We did put chocolate and ice cream in it yesterday, which is not quite the point.
That was good.
It was amazing. But it's been so good. Like, so we've been being super healthy, having like loads of fruit and vegetables, and going to the gym a lot. And the benefits are just huge. And that does definitely go hand in hand with what we're doing, and the kind of excitement and interest and passion for this is growing all the time, I think. So, yeah, that's where we're up to. Watered the plant. Don't know what that means.
We're growing.
We're growing like plants. I would be a peace lily. What would you be?
Maybe a eucalyptus. I don't know.
We've gone off track. That's where we're up to.
That's where we are.
Plants. And
cool.
we will, we'll let you know how we're getting on in a week, and then it will be
our
exam
time.
So, just keep watching our silly videos.
We will tell you how we get on.
Tell you what plans we have. Good night.